Today on Live Daily News, rainwater is running into area lakes and the CEO and president of Hydro Corporation weighs in. A lunchtime crash sent one person to the hospital, and Keep San Angelo Beautiful is hosting their tire event this Saturday. I'm James Bellini, and this is Live. We'll get to the news in a minute, but first, comedian Mary Beckwith headlines a fun comedy show at the ArcLight Bar and Grill inside the Clarion Hotel on Thursday, September 5th. You'll be laughing your tail off with openers Chris Crawford and Jeanette Fahey. Mike Shields hosts a fun night of comedy. Advance tickets are $10 and available on Stubwire. Come see comedy headlining by Mary Beckwith on Thursday, September 5th at the ArcLight Bar and Grill inside the Clarion Hotel at 441 Rio Concho Drive. Starting off the news, all this rain has to go somewhere, and it goes into area lakes. The numbers show just how much rain we have gotten over the past few days. OHIV is the big winner here, and it has jumped 5.7 feet and added 44,700 acre-feet of water. How much is an acre-foot of water? Well, it's right around 326,000 gallons. Chuck Brown, the former director of operations for the Upper Colorado River Authority, said that OHIV was a home run, and then went on to say that the Contra River peaked at Paint Rock last night at about 22,300 cubic feet per second, as its peak flowed before the rain was at around 2,000 cubic feet per second. OC Fisher rose another 4 feet overnight, raising its total to an increased 15 feet. On how much more water was added to the San Angelo Lakes, go to sanangelolive.com. A lunchtime crash on Knickerbocker sent one person to the hospital. Around 2:20 this afternoon, a major crash was called at Creekside and Knickerbocker Road, where a white Cadillac Escalade collided with a Ford Ranger. According to police, the Escalade was exiting a private property and failed to yield the right-of-way to the Ranger, and the two crashed into each other in the intersection. An entrapment was called originally, but it was just due to the crunching of the Escalade that they experienced in the crash. No additional actions were needed to extract the driver, as they were able to get out on their own. An occupant of that Cadillac was taken to the hospital, and the driver did receive a citation for failure to yield the right-of-way. Have you downloaded the San Angelo Live mobile app yet? It's free and it's the best app in the business. Download it off the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to stay up to date with news in San Angelo. And Keep San Angelo Beautiful is hosting their tire event this Saturday, September 7th, at the San Angelo Coliseum. This event is to help residents dispose of the tires on their property. There is a maximum limit of tires, however, and that is set at 25 tires per person. They will be accepting passenger and truck tires only, and no rim or cut tires will be allowed. The tire event will begin at 8 a.m. and will run until their collection trucks are full. Charlotte Anderson will actually be in studio tomorrow to talk more about this event, so stay tuned to the Live Daily News Show. In the weather right now, it's overcast outside and the temperature is 75 with a high of 83 and a low tonight of 68. You should expect some fog to roll in tonight and push into tomorrow morning, and that will give way to possible thunderstorms tomorrow night with about a 20% chance. The high will be 85 and the low will be in the 70s. And then Thursday night, conditions should clear up. Friday, the high will be 86, and we should see some storms in the afternoon, but Friday night, football night, will be a beautiful 67 degrees and it will be clear. When we come back, we'll hear from Angelo State's head football coach Jeff Girsch, and then Lance Turner from the Angelo Civic Theater is here to talk about the best little whorehouse in Texas. But first, a word from the Bass Bunch.
It's our giant tag sale.
Giant tags plus hell means one thing: giant tag hail sale prices. Right now, during our giant tag hail sale, you can get a brand new 2024 Ford Explorer XLT for just $32,977. But hurry, these are selling fast. Our giant tag hail sale at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston Hart at Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
Yeah, we struggled on offense. Just getting things going. I think you go back and look at the game on film, and it's never as good or as bad as you think it is on things. We had opportunities. We played good at times on offense to get some things going, but I think the first downs hurt us a little bit. We were behind the sticks a little bit, and then obviously third down conversions were something offensively that we struggled at. I think we were 3 for 14 or something on third downs, and The problem, I think, is because of first down. First down, if you get behind the sticks, all of a sudden now you're 3rd and 7, 8, 9 instead of 3rd and 3. Staying on schedule there on first down is something we need to do a better job of. There's things that are positive in it. You see the potential with it and what we have, and the skill sets and that kind of stuff in the offensive line. But we got to play better, and there's no doubt on offense. I felt like, and you can ask any coach or any player the same thing, we didn't play up to our potential there on that side of it. I thought defensively we played well enough to win a game, but at the same time there was a lot of mistakes out there on defense as well. Fort Hays is a good football team. They're a good football team. They reminded me on film of watching them they're like us. I mean, they got a lot of returners. I think they had 11 starters back on offense and 9 on defense. So we knew they were going to have good experience. End of the day, though, we just didn't play well enough to win a game, and that was unfortunate. But the team has great potential still, and continue to work, and it doesn't get any easier with Emporia State this weekend.
Is the quarterback situation still fluid?
Yeah, it is. We have a plan to go in and see, where we stand at that position. I mean, if you take a look at the numbers and where we're at, I mean, we were 17 of 24 throwing. That isn't a terrible day. It's just where we make decisions and what we do. At the end of the day, running the ball, throwing the ball, whatever you're going to do, if we don't do things right up front to start, it's something that I think a lot of pressure gets laid on, one position quite a bit in the quarterback room. Neither one of those guys, they both could have played better, but at the same time, and I'm saying the main two, right? Tyler came in and did a good job and stuff that we asked him to do. But the main 2 guys that got most of the reps, they get that quarterback label on it because, maybe we didn't block something right, or maybe we didn't protect them the way we should have protected them on things, or, dropping a football or doing things like that. So we're going to kind of just see how things go and progress at the quarterback position, but hopefully the surrounding support cast does a better job of what we're supposed to be doing to right the ship.
You mentioned that third down conversions for you guys is something that you definitely wanted to work on. When you look forward to Emporia State and what they do, specifically last week going 10 for 19 themselves on third down,
Yeah.
what do you think is going to be the primary focus on defense to prevent them from extending the drives that you guys have struggled to do on offense?
Well, I think biggest thing on defense for us to get them to cause them problems on third down is to get the quarterback out of his first read. Trying to get him to have to go to a second and third read on different things. They're a good football team. Quarterback does a good job of just kind of getting the ball out quick. But if we can take away that first read of what he's looking at and make him go through a progression a little bit, I think the pressure that we can bring and that kind of things with our front 4 and the D line, can cause some problems. So that's the biggest thing: getting him off of his first read, throwing the ball, running the ball. They're very capable. They got good running backs. But they seem to put the ball in the quarterback's hand quite a bit, to have him make decisions with it and get the ball out quick. So our goal is to get him off that first read and take that away and make him work through a progression here a little bit and see if we can't cause some problems with him with pressure.
Again, to kind of go back on what you mentioned about the third down conversions, you guys kind of finished with the same time of possession, only
Yeah.
3 less first downs. Would you say that closing out drives is pretty much just the primary focus on offense, or if you had to attest it to something else, what would that be?
I would attest it to closing out drives on both sides of the ball. We didn't get off the field on third down. I said we played well enough on defense to win games, but to win the game. But like, if you look at it, the first touchdown they had, if we have 2 guys bounce off the kid, if we tackle that ball, they're punting. That's a 50-some yard touchdown. They're punting. And then we have a play before the long pass that set up the other score on 3rd and 9 that we don't tackle a guy on for a 3-yard gain, and then that ends up turning into a touchdown drive. We would have had him punting on the 12-yard line. So we got to finish drives on defense too. That's something that we didn't do a very good job of. So that's the biggest thing. It's third downs on both sides of the ball. It really is. And for me, on the third down for our offense, first down has to be better. If first down's better, the playbook's a lot easier when it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, instead of 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 11 all the time. That's being behind the sticks is what really causes a lot of problems. But the defense doesn't get off on this too. I mean, they need to play better on the third down as well and get off the field.
forward to prevent anything from happening again?
I think it's still an evaluation. You know, both these guys are young players, you know, out of it, you know, especially, you know, Caden's coming in, probably working through as the number 3 to start, you know, with, you know, before Chad, you know, had to, is not getting the reps now because of injury. You know, that's the biggest thing. So just, it's, you know, he brings so much to the table in what he's done as an athlete with it. So, you know, finding out, you know, between those two guys, you know, and then Tyler doing the things that he can do for us, you know, finding out those two guys and what they're about, and when the bullets are flying a little bit here, so to speak, and seeing. So I don't anticipate a big change in what we're doing with it, because both of them provide us different types of skill sets to win games, and when they're in there, we just got to function better, you know. And I'll go back to it. It's not just the quarterbacks; it's the surrounding support staff. The receivers need to block on run plays, you know, better. The O-line needs to block and pass protect better. You know, the running backs need to do a good job of running the ball when they have it, and they need to do a good job of picking up protection. And we just didn't do that. And you know, I think sometimes it gets magnified at the quarterback position with it, when if you take a look at it in the big picture of things, I don't think we played well up front. You know, I don't think we played well in the edge, blocking in that part of it. So those things, you know, I think if we would have won that football game, and we had opportunities to do so, if we would have won that football game, we have a different feel about where we sit on things. But at the end of the day, it's still a really good football team we have here, and it's getting them ready to go.
Coach, I was going to ask just how you feel coming back from the loss. How does it affect your goals this season and what you're hoping to accomplish?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because it's a great question. It really, at the end of the day, you want to win them all, right? You get 11 weeks out of the year to play a game in college football. You get 11 weeks, and you want to win them all. But it doesn't affect us in the sense of we can still win a Lone Star Conference championship. We can still do things. And again, I want to reiterate, we played a really good football team Saturday. You know, they were a very good football team, but so were we, and we just made too many mistakes. So, you know, it affects us in the sense of the understanding of the urgency, the importance of urgency each and every day in practice. You know, I just got done meeting with my group, and I told them, like, you know, you go 365 days out of the year preparing for 11 weeks, and that's what you get. So right now the urgency has to be high, and understanding, not panic, right, but urgency has to be high to go out and, you know, execute. You got to practice better. You got to find any way you can do what you can do individually to be a better football player, to make your team better. So that's something that we'll continue to do. But, you know, we still have all of our goals in reach to, you know, go out and win a conference championship, to compete at a high level. But we have to play better, and we have to get better every single week moving forward, and I anticipate we'll do that.
What were some of the positive things you took away from?
You know, I thought our kids played hard. You know, we made a lot of mistakes, but I thought we played hard. I thought Cade Fuller did an outstanding job at the punter position. He punted. I think he had a 47-yard average. You know, we had one protection issue with him in the punt game, but we got it fixed pretty quick. And, you know, I thought he did an outstanding job. I thought all of our special teams did. We dropped a couple kickoffs. One of them didn't hurt us too bad because it was in the end zone, so we were taking that knee anyways. But, you know, just things like that. We got to continue to get better, but we were good on special teams. I thought, you know, at the defensive back position, Jatavian Neal, one of our corners, had an outstanding football game in his first career start. You know, he's been in the program a long time, but I think it's his first career start. He's played a lot of football, and same thing with Xavier Walton. Was a redshirt sophomore for us. First start at free safety. I think he had 11 tackles and played really good football. So there's a lot of positives. There really was on things. It just the one that was the negative was the scoreboard at the end.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yep.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the Giants and who will never, ever flinch.
We are recording. 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back, everybody. James Bellini here with Lance Turner. You're with
Yes,
the
sir.
San Angelo Civic Theater,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're here today to talk about the best little whorehouse in Texas.
the best little whorehouse in Texas.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Weird to say for an interview, right?
Not in this office.
No, so I mean, it's a great show. It's been a long-running musical forever. I mean, it probably came out in the 70s, and then they made a movie with Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds, which was fantastic and everything like that. But I mean, it's based here in Texas itself, so everybody loves that. Everyone wants to see Texas as a show and things like that. But it's a lot of people, don't realize that it's the song "LaGrange" from ZZ Top is talking about the Chicken Ranch, which was set for this show. So that's what's kind of neat about it. And they changed some of the names and some of the aspects for show purposes, but it's just a cool little piece of history in Texas in general.
Right.
I mean, I was going to say, everybody knows about, Hattie's here and everything like that, the
Right.
story behind it. And so it's kind of neat to see that put on stage too.
Right. So when are y'all putting this production on?
So we open this Friday, which will be September 6th. We run this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7:30 for Friday and Saturday shows, and then Sunday for 2 p.m. But we run this weekend, the next weekend, and then we close the weekend of the 22nd. So we're running 3 weekends. We were originally going to do 2 weekends, but it's already selling so well and selling out so quickly that we've extended it for a 3rd weekend to keep it going.
And y'all doing three shows each weekend?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, one show Friday, one show Saturday, one show Sunday. Yeah.
All right. And y'all already cast this, and
Yeah.
y'all have been hard at work on it.
We've been in rehearsal since July, actually.
Okay.
And so we rolled into it and started with music and everything like that, dance, and started running the actual show. And now we've just been full process all this week for tech, adding the lights, sounds, all that aspect. We have a live band for this show, which is really neat.
Oh, wow.
It's always fun to have.
There's a
on
lot of work
stage.
going into a live band.
Oh yeah, and so it just gives a good feel and a good atmosphere around it, and it's just something that people will just come and enjoy and just have a good time.
Right. And are all these local, actors who?
Yeah, they're all volunteers. So everyone here that you'll see on stage and working in the booth and everything like that, they are all volunteers. Angelo Civic Theater, if you don't know, is the longest running community theater in the state of Texas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It traveled all the way back to 1885 when a group of women that were here in town started putting shows together to try to raise money for a clock for the town of San Angelo. So it was kind of a neat little aspect, and it just continued. I mean, it survived a couple of plagues, a couple of wars. I mean, things like that. So it's impressive to see that history continue.
Right. And are there still seats available at these shows?
There are. I would get them. I wouldn't wait until you get to the door. Do it online. Go angelocivictheater.org, or you can call our box office at 325-949-4400 and go ahead and get your tickets today, because it's very important. You do not want to miss this show. For adults, it's $22. For seniors, it's $20. There are usually group rates, so you can ask them about that and things like that. If you bring more people, you might be able to get it a little cheaper.
And I mean, obviously, you've added a 3rd weekend of shows, so they're selling fast.
Oh yes. Like, it's incredible to see, and so that's what it's always nice to see, how many people just want to be involved and want to just get to there to see it, and I think it's amazing.
It's different than going to the movie theater. The movie theater, you got the screen, but here you actually have people you may know in the show.
Oh, exactly. And the good thing about live theater is no show's ever the same. Right. So whenever you go, you'll see it one night, you'll go the next night, and something a little different has happened. That's just because it's live theater.
Are you telling me things don't go according to plan?
And not just necessarily that. It's more of just how people feel in the moment.
Right.
And so they enjoy that.
I mean, we shoot up here, man, and nothing goes according to plan. You just kind of have to ad-lib through.
Oh, yeah, and you just run with it and take it and just use it as whatever you can.
And sometimes it kind of works out better than the stuff you had written.
Exactly.
I'm not saying, the script is bad.
No, exactly. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things that you just see how much the people enjoy the moment that they're in.
Right, you try to feed off of it.
Oh, exactly. Especially the audience. If the audience is having a good time, they're hooping and hollering, they're just having a blast. The actors feel it. The actors and the musicians, they feel it, and they enjoy it, and they give more. Right. And so that's what's awesome.
All right, well, Mr. Turk, did I miss anything that you wanted to add?
I can't think of anything. Like I said, we've been doing this since 1885. Like, it's impressive, and we're about to come up to our next season is actually our 140th season. So we'll have an anniversary coming up soon. It's crazy.
All right, well, people go get your tickets for the best little whorehouse in Texas.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Mr. Turk, thank you for coming on, man.
Of course, anytime.
Absolutely. Back to you guys.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks for watching the Live Daily News Show, the only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley. Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms, and download the San Angelo Live mobile app to stay up to date with news from in and around the Concho Valley. Thanks again, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.